We got we got all kinds of action. When it's your turn, I got 2 things to do, so hopefully your turn isn't quick and dead. Well, we don't know. We haven't played Solar Fox before.
Well, that's why they call me Dead
It's made by Bally Midway. So a lot of people don't know that Bally Midway was one company.
Oh, okay.
Right? So Midway, they separated, but we know Bally more for pinball tables.
Right.
Right? So let me turn this down a little bit. So we're going to give this a start, and I'm going to do something that might help us as well. That TV moves out from the wall. I'm going to move it and turn it towards us. See if it makes a difference.
Yeah, that might help.
Because it comes out quite a bit. All right. 1 player. All right, got that. We're going to go novice level because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just collecting those. Okay. It's a little Pac-Man-y right there. Okay. That just stops them for a little while.
But you're on a grid?
Oh, the second button is speed up. I don't like what these guys are doing to me. All right, here we go.
Makes me wonder what Twin Galaxies have done with this game.
Like them, the people, or the place?
Walter Day, you know.
Is that who runs it?
Yeah. He's the first competitive gamer, or he's noted for that.
Yeah, probably the first person to be called that, you know?
Yeah.
People have always been competitive about video games, but...
People are competitive in general.
Yeah. I can drink more booze than you.
Yeah, it's not a race, bro.
More lines than, you know, like, yeah, the people don't care. They're like, we don't give a crap. We're just going to do whatever. And you know what? I actually have a really strong appreciation for people who just do not care. Like, to be like, hey, you know, I'm just going to kind of do whatever I want, you know, march to the beat of my own drum, you know, type of thing.
Well, especially when it comes to, like, drinking and whatnot, that shouldn't be a competition. You're drinking to have fun. Once you make that competitive, I don't know, man. I don't see the thrill in it of, like, you're supposed to be having a good time, not trying to...
But maybe for some people, that is the fun time.
Yeah.
Because when I was a teenager, we'd do that, but like, oh, I'm going to drink blah, blah, blah. I mean, but you were, you know, drinking cheapo crap anyway.
Yeah.
I felt like, you know...
I don't see the point in it. I've never seen the point in it. That's my point, is...
Yeah. I mean, I don't do it now.
Oh, I want to do it now. I'd lose.
I mean, there's a couple things that me and Laughlin do. Like, we play the drink... Like, it's a drinking game, though. So, like, there's one for...
That's different.
Yeah. So, there's one that is specifically to Thunderstruck.
Okay.
To the song. And I learned this at a wedding.
Nice.
And so it was like all the college friends hadn't seen each other. I was like, oh, we used to do this. And so like every time, so you have to have a group of people. It's not
sure.
You can do it with 2 people, but one person gets really screwed. But every time they say Thunderstruck on the song, the next person in the line has to drink their beer and continue to drink it until Thunderstruck is said again.
Okay.
Me and Laughlin did it. We had to fill our beer twice. I was like, yeah, this is probably not a good 2-player game.
No.
I mean, those guys... Okay, I was going to say, I don't see really what a problem is with those guys until now. What's the Twin Galaxy? And also, people, I'm working on, it'll be on Saturday, we are going to have a new command, and the new command is going to be !tables, and it's going to be a link to a Google document, and it's going to show all of the pinball tables. So you guys don't have to ask, do you have this table? Is there a table based on that? You can just do that, and you can request, say, hey, you know what? I want to see Commando table.
Yeah, Josh Money, we're doing pretty good. We're starting off with our high score challenge. We're still filtering games out as what's going to be on the real high score challenge. Which we're going to actually place to see if, like, you know, what's our
10,000.
personal best, what's going to be, you know, competitively in the bar of, you know, who gets the highest score there and can we beat those scores. And if we get to it, you know, strive towards, you know, beating a world score. So,
or getting on it for that. So, yeah, so basically we've been doing this high score challenge here at Quicksave since I built this bar. And we use an app called iScore, and it allows you to basically put in, you know, pinball tables, arcade games, even you can do fighting games, you can do racing.
Yeah.
You can do all kinds of games like that, and you can post scores on there on the app, and you can even allow people to do that. Like if you have a group of people, it's like, oh, this guy's going to an arcade. They can use a QR code so they can have that So they can just put input to there, so they can't do anything else. They can only put there, and you can say verification, like there needs to be a photo or whatever, which is cool. I mean, we've never had to really use those features, but we have something over like 100, maybe a little over 100 pinball tables that are part of the high score challenge, and I think we're about 75 arcade style games. We have fighting games, but we just never keep track. We will once we do the high score challenge. When we play Street Fighter, we're gonna do a win-loss record. Like we're gonna keep track of that stuff. But the reason why we stopped doing it is because we would be so heated and we'd be switching out with different people that we just forgot. But now that it's a lot of times it's just me and you, it's easy. Like pop over, put that in. All right, I'm gonna see if I can fix that.
All right, guys. So, if you haven't seen it, one of the cool things I just recently watched on Prime is the documentary about Tony Hawk's pro skating, and they got Chad Muska, Rodney Mullen, Steve Caballero. I'm sorry, I'm gonna mess up his name. Caballero. And they got all of these guys all together and talked about how influential this game really was. And honestly, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater is probably one of the most influential games that really has come out of, like, I think it ranks up there because it not only created a generation of extreme sport video games, which, I mean, it existed before, but not really. It was one of those situations of, like, there was 720. There was an arcade one that existed for a little while. I can do better than that. So, the influence on this has been absolutely stunning. And the documentary, I think, does a really good job of capturing all of that while explaining of, like, some of the later years too, because if you're like me, of like, I grew up and I had the first demo of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. And what I got out of that, it's your turn.
That is much better. It can still come out more. Hey, but we always switch up because you got to be real gentle because you don't want to pull it too much with the wires. But yes, I want to add to that a little bit. I remember I got the demo with just the warehouse level, and we played that all the time. Like, because I was living with like 3 or 4 people at the time. I think I was like 18, something like that, and we just sat there and that's all we did all day is just play that one level. So when the game came out, like, I think people would pretty much quit their jobs just to play Tony Hawk. And I was actually pretty damn good. If there was a competitive scene back then, I was the first out of the group, and we had a pretty big group of people that played. We'd do horse fucker, actually, because you can add whatever letters you want, you know. But I would get like 1,000,000 points on literally one trick in Tony Hawk without reverts, without manuals, anything. So we used to play that. I loved it. Just when it became like open world, it was just too much. Like, I don't want to do all this side stuff. Just give me the simple levels. You know what I mean? Like, I like the simple goals. You got, what, 2 minutes or whatever it was?
Right.
As many as you could. Because that was a challenge in itself, too. Like, how many goals can you get in that time?
But then it became a little bit more grindy. And that was kind of like where it starts to fall apart, because how do you keep it fresh? How do you keep reinventing the wheel? You know, of like, obviously you're not going to be able to recapture that lightning in the bottle that you had from the initial start. But what do you do in that situation?
Did you get it out? It doesn't look like it's anymore. Huh?
I pushed it a little bit.
Towards us?
Yeah.
Huh. Because if you look behind there, you can see how much it actually can come out.
Oh yeah, it can come out all the way.
Yeah. But you just got to be careful, because the wires also dictate how far it can come out. You know, if it's pulled. Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's a 2-person job to switch off. I'm on some weird level.
That should be good. Yeah, that works.
I think if we did a zoom in on the two browsers, it'd be perfect.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look to how to do that. All right, so anybody on Kick that's given us a watch, thank you. Drop us a follow. We are so close. We are 5 away from affiliate.
We're so close, and we're doing our best here of like, and we do this every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, barring if the internet doesn't go out, you know, of like extenuating circumstances. We're doing the best we can here. Yeah, so I still want to talk about Tony Hawk. Have you guys in chat, have you guys ever played Tony Hawk Pro Skater? No, Dark, unfortunately you can't follow twice.
I mean, he's not following. He can follow us on Kick. You can follow us on multiple.
Yeah, you can follow us on Kick. If like, you just got to sign up an account, just like whoa, I don't want expert level. Just like on Twitch, just go ahead and set up an account there and give us that follow, so we can be just one step closer to the edge. We're about to break on through to the other side. Multiple references. Unnecessarily multiple references. That's what I like to do. Whoa, that was close. Get out of here. Get out of here with that bullshit. Come down this lane. All right.
Can you read Kick well now?
I'm playing the game, so I will check as soon as I am able to, because I'm still trying to beat my previous high score. I think I got to beat 7,000. Whoa.
I think that's perfect. I can read that from here. So it's just a little look off. I don't know if I feel like this is really a high score game. It's just kind of, it's like, it doesn't feel like it's got, like, it just kind of does. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that it does anything bad. It just kind of is. I mean, I appreciate that they kind of did something. It's like a mixture of Pac-Man. You got some shooting elements. You got this stuff going on the side. But it doesn't seem like it has much beyond that.
No.
How does chat feel about it? Yeah, and anybody...
Ah, got it. Fuzzors. Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, anybody... I need to scroll down. Did you die?
Not yet, not yet. Well, I did die, but I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead, Ed. Time expired. Oh, I guess I was supposed to do something there. So, like, these old games, man, like, they trick me. They trick me. I was shooting that lane. How did that bullet not hit?
So, Kick, it's just K-I-C-K.
Do not confuse that with K-I-K. We are not on K-I-K. We are on K-I-C-K.
Yeah.
It's a new streaming service. It's in beta still, but we are doing our best to hit all of the platforms. So.